Um, yeah, I'm just recording it just so I can capture everything because I'll get questions
Right.
and I'll answer them, and then when I try to recapture it live, it'll they won't remember the question or I won't, I'll answer it different or whatever. Um, but yeah, what I was saying is that these candles with no wicks, pay attention to those. Um, and then watch the imbalance be created live. When you see it live, you know when it comes back to that imbalance, how it's gonna react or potentially to react, right? Because it could be a tweet or a post or a news drop or something come out or data, and it'll just smoke that level. And that just comes with screen time. I can tell you the characteristics of how the price action is going to hit the imbalance or hit the GP or how it should hit your level. And those are the little characteristics that will help you either wait to enter at your level, or wait for it to like a couple candles to close. And that's the most safest, but as you progress and you get better at trading, you're gonna just have that gut algo like, okay, this one I'll wait, this one I'll get in, or this one I'm just gonna enter early, and you know that risk. But when you enter in any trade, you want to define that risk. And usually you could do it real quickly on TOS if you use TOS. Um, but pretty much what you're saying is like where that imbalance is going to be created, you want it to come back at a certain speed. Remember, Brandon always stresses speed of a candle, speed of a trade, speed of it hitting, and usually about around imbalances, price action tends to slow down, and then you will see it make a decision. And usually when these dojis, so definitely dojis and imbalance. Oh, what the heck?
Do you have the doji indicator that's
I
native in
don't.
the Thinkorswim activated? Because
I
there's
don't.
do you right click on your chart and see if you have it in there? It might be it's called candlestick patterns.
Let me see.
If you don't have it, I might have it somewhere in one of my installs files. So right click on your chart and then see if you have a indicator called candlestick patterns, and from there you can highlight all of your dojis. Because usually what I've been doing is I have it on my 60-minute chart,
Uh-huh.
and it highlights all my dojis on my 60-minute chart, and I just highlight them on my 5-minute chart. Like it came down that last rejection at the 1618. That's where a
Hmm.
doji is, right there at the open and close of that candle. That
Right
red
here.
and green candle, that red down
Yeah.
or green up.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I was selling that from the previous candle down from the red line down to the doji, and that doji was created this morning around midnight.
So what'd you say it was called?
Oh, go think or swim. Not I mean, sorry about that. Ninja Trader. Sorry about that. Ninja
Uh,
Trader. I told you the wrong name.
Hold on, all good. Uh,
Just right click on your chart anywhere in the open space. Oh,
yeah.
you have you have an indicator highlighted. Oh, you have something highlighted.
Hold on.
All right, just double click on your MACD. It should open it up. You're on the drawing. You hit the blue line. There you go. Now look for candlestick patterns.
Um, oh, right here.
Yeah, double click that, and then where's the morning star?
Right here.
Yeah, select doji. and this will
Oh
highlight all your
yeah.
dojis for you.
Nice.
On the
Cool. I
five
didn't
minute, you
know
might
that.
get a lot of dojis. On the 5 minute, you might get
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
dojis,
definitely.
but on the higher time frames, you won't get so many.
Nice.
You get a bit like on my 1 hour chart. I have 30 dojis, but that's over like about 10 days.
Okay. For sure. Good looking out.
And as you see, it still reacts on the 5 minute chart, but it's a lot faster, right?
Yeah.
So like your doji 79, your doji 80, those are
Mm-hmm.
like in and outs. you know, you know.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. Cool. Right now, look at price action. We closed above this doji. We should be able to squeeze to this doji and that little small imbalance, and then hit the 100 EMA, and then decide what it wants to do. And we're gonna watch it live, so we could jump back into over here, and we're gonna watch this price action develop.
What I used to do was load two sets of data sets and have one set of candles invisible, but still highlight the dojis. So you would see the 5 minute chart
Oh,
playing
look at
out,
that.
but the second candle hour candles are invisible, but it will only show the dojis.
Huh.
It's weird, but you have to have the
Yeah.
eye for two data sets running at the same time because they'll play right behind each other.
Yeah, that's crazy because usually what I this is like, mm, let me see. This is picture perfect right here.
Yeah,
This is what I like to see. Small body, it could be equal. I would like to see a bigger top for a short and a bigger bottom for the bottom. And this is not picture perfect, but it will work. It and you can notice it right here, like uh put a line here. Uh, and you can see a hole right there. And it's crazy how they magnet to it. See how this one just slowed down around this price action where this blue line
yeah.
is? It slowed down. So now we're seeing the price action do. Sometimes what I like to do is I'll spread the chart up, so then I can get a better look.
Yeah, I've been running a stretch, not a stretched out chart, a squeezed in chart. So all my
Hmm.
candles are small. It's
Yeah.
helping me not FOMO into trades, right?
Yeah.
But of course, it's like one candle is small, but it's 100 points.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on NQ. Like and you could be on the wrong side of that and you don't want to get captured. So see how the sellers came in right at that point?
Right,
And now if you want to get in short, you can, but you're going to be risking above this doji right here. That would be your risk.
right.
Um, Especially on the 5 minute, it's probably not that much. So if you entered here at the body is 66, 10 points. It's not bad. Maybe I would give it 12 and a half points
Yeah,
to come down and fill this imbalance. So did you guys remember how this imbalance was created from here to here? That's an imbalance. So now it's going to come down and hit right here. And it's either going to create a higher low, create a wick to get these orders. Remember, I said the ones that have no wick, you want to see it come down quick. I would have liked to have another little candle here, kind of like this one, and then smash down, because then that would be your over under level. Your dojis, the way that I play them, are always my under over levels and my imbalance fills. So when it comes to these levels, we knew right here because this candle, this green candle closed above the body, we knew that it's going to squeeze to the next imbalance above, right? So it's right here and it squeezed up and it rejected. But look at right here, all these is chop. All the imbalance is balanced out. All this. So that's going to be strong resistance right there, no matter what. Even if this comes here to fill that imbalance and go up to hit the 50, or my 100 EMA. No, that's not my 100. Oh, that's just my drawing. Questions? Anyone have any questions? Trades they want to jump into?
I had a bad trade. I knew I shouldn't have been in a few days ago. And it's usually just
Do
the
you have
I
screenshots?
was no, I don't. I just know it's bad. Let me see if I can find it. Now you know the dump. You know
Uh-huh.
the dump we had. Someone's at my door. The dump we had from the previous day. What was it? 2 days ago
Uh,
when it went up to 38,
delete this.
3083. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I was top blasting, knowing I shouldn't have been top blasting, and held that thing all the way down with like 15 micros.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Are you saying you
Yeah.
bought the high? You saying you bought
Oh
the high
yeah, yeah,
before the
yeah.
dump?
Top blasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that right is like a what type of do you have like a style of trading? Like what's your
No, I was just trying to get a scalp. I knew I should have been doing it. You know,
yeah.
he's one of those. It's ripping, it's ripping, it's ripping. I'm gonna get this little scalp piece from here to here,
Uh,
So do
and
you
it
run?
just
Do you usually scalp?
no, I don't, and that's why.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see what you mean.
I usually don't scalp. I usually hit my levels and get in and get out. But I was feeling myself.
So do you follow Brandon a lot?
I follow Brandon, and I also use part of my own style, right?
Okay.
Because Brandon's great with his trading,
Yeah.
but he executes in and out of trades. And if you're trying to
Yeah.
follow him completely, you're gonna get yourself handed to you if you don't have discipline.
No,
Right.
after listening to him for about a year, I would say you have to really. I don't listen to anyone anymore live when I trade. I think I kind of walk a tightrope with my mental.
Right.
So I don't listen to anyone. But I would say I have to listen to him for about a year of almost every single day. If you can get the feel of what
Yeah.
he's talking about and be like, because if he's like, oh, we're gonna dip to rip. Here's our best entry, but the market might not give us that. The market. This is the best case scenario, but of course the market won't give us the best case scenario. That sort of thing. Is like okay, so here's like the grade A scalp is if we do get his best case scenario, because sometimes and then think about like the direction and you really gotta I guess suss out like feel what he's really feeling will happen on the day sort of thing
Right.
oh, look at that.
and then it becomes a lot easier to follow.
Yeah. I knew better. I knew at all time highs, don't mess with it because every time I get up here, in all time highs, you have that turbulence, right, where it just pops and pops and pops. And I had my levels marked perfectly, and I was like, I'm going to
Oh,
get these 15 points,
yeah.
and it gave me 14 points. you know,
Yep. Yeah, buying a green can in my personal style, I like to look for legs and I like to buy what I hope is the first green candle in a series of green candles.
right?
um As I know, buying a green can, it's a lot easier to scalp green when you buy a green. Like if you look at this chart Semper's got up right here, where are all the green candles? Most of them are after green candles.
Right.
So it's
Right.
easier to scalp if you're in the direction of the candle, what it's already going.
Yeah, I was dealing in the middle, knowing I shouldn't, but you know, it's like putting together everyone's styles together and forming my own. That's best. 'Cause I usually trade early pre-market and do very well, right?
Yeah,
It's when the after the market opens or right when
Look
news
at that.
comes, that's where you get to get whacked, and I'm usually done by then.
yeah, yeah. If you are green on your first trade
Here's the squeeze point.
and your second trade,
Yeah,
I've literally just stopped trading.
that's what I do. Hang it up.
Yeah,
I'll,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take $100 and be done.
yeah, or then
100.
trade sim
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
Now
want.
here's the squeeze point. Let's see if this candle squeezes pops or because remember we said that it's gonna come down, fill this imbalance right here, and then look
Right.
at it should pop to the next moving average or back to the 100 fib.
Yeah,
Yeah, right there on the charts is a cluster of moving averages. Right
So
there
this
at that
is
area.
what my 5 minute chart.
5 minute chart, yeah.
So now I start checking out Okay, the 15. I start moving to the next chart because right here on the 5 minute chart, you can't really see there's an imbalance, right? You can't see here. All of them look like they're filled. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the 15 minute chart to see if there's anything there. That one looks like it might have been
Yeah,
filled. So you would
there's
go to
a
this
there's a
body right here,
partial
right here.
there's a partial imbalance at 3077, well 377, but that's also a moving average too.
3077,
Well, three set yeah 30377.
three
Are you in
zero.
a 15 minute?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You
See
see what it, where you right there, right? Set 376, where your white marker is.
this one?
Yeah, it's like an imbalance in between, well, a gap,
Oh yeah,
Fibonacci
right
gap
here.
in
Yeah,
between.
right
Yeah,
here, right here.
yeah,
Yeah, that's where but I go to the body because I know there's that Fair Valley gap, and the way that I see it is from the body, but I like to see like right here, this candle with no upper wick would be a better scenario, and it might go slow. So now that we hit the 50 SMA right here, so the 10 SMA is a white line, dotted line, 50 SMA is the yellow dotted line, and then the solid orangish line is 100. And then down here we have the 200 red. And then this blue one down here, the dark blue is my 666. So remember, this is a 15-minute chart, and now we're going to look for the speed. So now that we identified the imbalance up here and a fair value gap, and this is what I mean where multiple strategies stack up, and this is like a broken uh no GP2 if you actually think about it. So we'll go here to here, and it's right there too.
yeah. You have those three candles stacked up.
So this is where the fair value gap and the imbalance, right? So it can hit here. It can go like this, hit here, and reject, right? These are your options, and you got to be keeping up with the price action and how the candles develop. This is why screen time is imperative, that you need to develop how the candle develops on the chart, because it can go here, hit that, hit this blue line, hit the GP, hit the fair value gap, hit the 10 SMA. Whatever strategy you're using, they're all stacked up in this example right here. Right. So that's one scenario. We get a lower high that creates another lower high. So that would be one, two, and then the third lower high. And then it goes down. Right. Or it bases again. This is already tagged this same level multiple times. One, two, three, four, five, and it went up. So that's one scenario. Second scenario is okay, it goes up, comes comes to this 10 SMA, or it creates an imbalance that it comes back down to, and it fills. This candle or the next candle could create an imbalance, right? And then that's where you would look up for a higher low to go up and break this structure. And then if it breaks that structure, and then you can get in long right here, because that would be your confirmation. You would have break a structure, and then you would have a higher low already developing into that break a structure. So you would have, this is just a base, right? And then it would create a higher low here, break structure here, and then come down and confirm. And where would that confirmation be? It depends. We can't predict that, but we have to react to what the chart gives you, right? It can be three no GPs going up, three strong candles, right? That's what you want to see. You want to see an imbalance getting created fast up. So you can see the momentum of the price action if it's going to have enough strength to break above here. And then you're just reading the chart. So it's going to come up, hit this imbalance, fair value gap. Uh, the fair value gap's a little bit lower, and it's right. lining up with the GP right here. The GP. Here's the GP right here. Right, but is this candle gonna create an imbalance? That's what we're looking at. It's getting resistance right here. And this is where if you have the screen space to have multiple time frames, it would be beneficial. And look at where it's at the dojis. So that's my over under level. This is what you call a pivot point. Right here, if it breaks above, if this candle or the next candle closes above here, it's gonna squeeze. And when it squeezes, you want to see that speed up to the next imbalance, which is should be that blue line up there.
Yes, I think a lot of people have the same issue. Is patience waiting to enter, right?
Yep.
And sometimes you're too patient and you miss entries, right? Like for this morning was a perfect prime example, right? It was chopping sideways, and then it just started ripping up. And anyone who tried to jump in that upward move was getting their ass handed to them because it was going up, popping up, and coming back down, settling, stopping everyone out. And you can see it in the price action, right?
Yep.
And you just know that they were going to pop it past 400 and then pop it to 500. Then Sue's on the short end and pop it higher. And that's exactly where I got in. I got in at 500, and then again I got 515. And was taking some damage, you know,
Yep.
because you can see price and the speed slowing down, but it was just popping and popping and popping, right?
And those are the tough trades because then you're like, well, it's gonna go to my level, and then because you see five straight big green bars, and this you're like, oh, it's so close to my level. It's 20 points away. This is $500 on NQ or $50 on MNQ. And then you get in, and then it just drops,
Right,
and
right,
you're like, you should just wait for that level to hit
right. Like
and then get
I
in,
knew
or
I
think
knew it was
about
going to come
making a
down.
uh-huh.
Like I knew it was going to come down because you know when whenever price just rockets up like that, it's going to come back down. The issue for some people is how long can you hold it, right?
Yep.
Well,
And today it sat up there for about 20 minutes before it came down. But when it came down, came down like a rock,
And
right?
look at this candle. It's developing now. Now it's picking up speed. And look at what
Right,
did I
right,
say? It's gonna squeeze around these dojis. If I had volume profile, I bet you there's a shelf right here.
right.
So now we wanted to hit that blue line in this candle or the next candle. How much seconds? I
What are you looking
can't see
for?
my bar timer. It's like I
Oh, it's
can't see
waiting,
my bar timer.
waiting for real time operation to be formatted. Yeah,
Real time. All my little green lights are up. The candles are still moving. What the
it
heck?
is still moving.
Anyways, it's 2 more minutes until the 15-minute candle is open. And that's what you want to see. See that speed coming in? We want to see it hit this blue line. And then it created this imbalance, right? There's two. One right here, a little one right here. And then from here to wherever this candle closes is another imbalance. We want to see it close up here. We want to see it hit that uh we want to see it hit this blue line and then see it wants that level. You guys see
Yeah,
that where it just popped up like in a blink of an eye? You want to see it pop. We should get the speed, hit that level, and then let's see what happens at that level. And then we have another dojis. So what did I say before? These doji levels are pivot points. So it's either going to hit that doji or this blue line and it's going to reject hard or get stuck. It's just going to get stuck right here. And
right there,
then
the speed.
it's going to go up, break above, and then if it does break above, it's going to squeeze to this next level up here.
Yeah, I like to jump out a little before,
See
because
how it's getting stuck? Sorry to interrupt.
because I like to jump
Go
out a
ahead.
little before the doji, before the your target exit,
Hmm.
because I plenty of times I got there within one tick and got the rejection, right?
Hmm.
And it sucks
What
when you're
is?
right and get rejected with that one tick.
Yeah. What is this chart here? Is this from this is a previous day.
Huh?
Or is this today? Is this right now?
Yes.
Yeah, this is live.
This is a 5 minute. Where we were? Okay,
15
so
minute,
No,
15
no,
minute.
this is the 5 minute.
Oh yeah,
this is
five.
5 minute. I took a phone call. Um last we were at it was making a doji. This is like just 15 minutes ago. You see what I mean? This is where like so you got this 161 right off of a good leg. You got this 161 here, and then a strong green candle. If you just buy that thing immediately, you can ride multiple green candles upward. Yeah, yeah, okay,
Right.
yeah. We were at 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago. Semper was saying, so we got the strong close over the 10 SMA, and he was saying we're looking to go up to the 50.
Yep.
Okay, that's where yeah, beautiful. Yeah, makes perfect sense. And now
Yeah,
we're
and
up
and
at the
also
previous doji structure.
yeah,
And
that
this is to
rejection
take
doji at the
profit for
bottom.
sure.
That was the
Hmm.
doji for the 1 hour. That red candle down or the green back right back up. That was a doji from on the 1 hour. So a wick down, a wick back up. But that doji was created this morning, like around midnight Pacific time. Like if you look left on your chart, right around if you move left to your chart, you can see part of a doji there.
Right here. Oh, over
Lower,
here.
lower at the bottom.
Right
That
here.
right there is a doji, also, and it just wicked through it, right?
Yep.
And it came back up. Let me see.
We have these marked levels, and see how this one's staying above the dojis, and it'll probably close above the dojis.
Yeah, that chart. I have a doji on the 1 hour for my doji of 28 on the 1 hour for 11 p.m. last night Pacific time, and it created a second doji right there at 7:45 your time on your chart. So we came down there twice and bounced off of it.
Uh,
You can see this 10 SMA got multiple trades today. Actually, it's
Oh
that
yeah.
strong close over the 10, especially with the NQ. You know what I mean? I've really debated back and forth. Should I be trading MES, right? Should I be? It's more respect on levels. People say it's easier to manage. Should I be trading MES? But I've
it's
been
more
trading NQ
forgiving.
for so
It's
long.
yeah,
Yes.
and you're already used to it, so going
Yeah.
backwards is just it's you're gonna have to get used to it again, like going
Yep.
back and forth. And
Yeah.
Yep.
that's what I had to do is like, man, I've been trading NQ for like the last 9 months straight, only NQ. I haven't even looked
Yes.
at MES or ES.
Same thing. Same thing. I used to do them both at the same time, and I would miss so many. And then, say for instance, the room was trading MES or NQ. I'm over on MES, and nothing's moving. So I'm
Yep.
like, so I got tired of that. So I was like, you know what, dude, lock in, just strictly
Lock in.
M and Q, and just nothing but that. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you're gonna trade, if you're gonna trade multiple. You really gotta, in my opinion, be entirely set on what your strat is. Like Brandon will trade multiple, and he's a scalper, so it'll be like NQ is stuck, ES is way lower. I think we're gonna go up. ES is already low. I'm gonna scalp the ES or whatever he might, whatever the case is for what he's doing. And and that's like he knows exactly what he's doing. Or if you're gonna trade both, so it's like either you're scalping both, hardcore scalping,
Here you go. Squeeze.
or you're swing trading both hardcore swing
yeah,
trading. So it's like if you're going to trade in multiple things, personally, I
yeah,
think if you're going to trade multiple things, one of the best ways is to set and forget.
yeah. Set your levels and don't come back to it.
Yeah, just
And
run the
that's how I have
variance.
most of my success. Is set my levels, wait for my levels, and don't FOMO in. Right.
Yeah,
But of course, you're gonna have your days when you FOMO in. Of course, that's
yeah,
part of the deal.
yeah.
That's when
FOMO
you
is a
learn.
dirty addiction.
That's where
Yeah.
discipline comes
Yeah.
into play.
Right.
That's where discipline is probably the best thing that defeats that right there.
Right.
And I
I would.
think the thing that fixes that, or if you don't have discipline, get into a routine.
Right.
Get into a routine. I mean, coming from the military, now looking back at all my experiences, I see why they did this stuff. At then
Oh
I
yeah,
probably didn't like it at first or whatever, and then I got used to it, and now I have a different perspective. It's like, okay, this is why we take cold showers. This is why we go exercise in the morning, or this is why you make your bed in the morning. You're already 5 steps ahead of anybody that wakes up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning.
right.
That depends where you live, right? Me in the West Coast, I wake up at 4 in the morning, and I love it just because even me and Black Ops were trading until midnight or midnight Eastern time. It was 9 p.m. and there was still some good trades to be had.
Yeah, I have my routine. Same military stuff is go to bed. If you see something, if you don't want to trade it, don't trade it. Paper trade, mental trade. Say you stop set your injuries. But every day I get up 3 a.m. Look at the charts, mark it up, and step through. Right, and usually I'm done before the bell opens. I may get one or two in after the bell, but for sure by 7:30, done. All right.
Yep.
So it's like get in, get out, and be done. No more trades. If you have some losing trades, stop. But it happens. But discipline is key. I would say in the last since January in November area time frame, discipline 100%. Right. If you don't like it, don't trade. If you get small reds, stop. Small greens, be happy. You know.
hmm Hey
So
Oz,
trying.
we have a question right here by Oz Mondrell. He asks, "Is it a mistake to stick with MES?" And me, when I first started, I we just I think if you focus on MES until you're consistent, it's probably your best move. A lot of new traders come in into NQ and they're getting slaughtered because they're not used to the speed of NQ, right? Yeah, it might be a little bit more boring, but boring equals consistency.
Correct.
Boring equals consistency. And if you could build that, yeah, like me, I had to get used to playing after hours. After hours, like a year ago, man, I would fall asleep right here in front of the computer, uh, trying to look for a trade. I would have to wait, like, and if you, any, I would have to wait 30 to an hour just to get into a trade and then wait for an hour or two just to get out of the trade. It was boring, but that's where you get to see the candle develop. And when you see it in slow mo and you see these candles pop up and then like they'll just do it at a blink of an eye, right? They'll just pop up and then you get to see it during the open and then look at it there. Yeah, it's 10 times faster, maybe 100 times faster depending on the volatility. Uh, but you already trained your eyes in super slow mo to see the candle pop, to see it slow down, to see it stick to a level, to see it reject a level, to see it bounce off a level. That's what you want to develop. And that's yeah, it's boring on MES. It's a lot slower, but you're going to build good habits. On NQ, it'll drop 20 points, stop you out, and then go to where your target is, right? But if you do want to trade MNQ, I mean NQ, definitely start on MNQ, especially if you're new. You think 20 points is not a lot, but 20 points is $400.
Right.
Or hey,
and
it's
and they add up fast.
and
Like
yeah, exactly. And then that's where the speed is what gives you the emotions that creates revenge trading, that creates FOMO. So if you can get used to trading slow, speed, it'll help you with your FOMO, especially when it starts moving faster.
and also depending on your account size.
Look at
Say for
that. Look
instance,
at
you're drawing one MNQ. Depending on your account size, you can average in, but slowly. But I would stick with one. That way you can play your move, right? Like if I would have played my move correctly, I would only been down $300, but I didn't. Right, I was doing too much,
Hmm.
and usually you know when you're wrong, you're just trying to hold on to it, right? So don't do that. And because I've only had one real losing day in the last what 180 days,
You know
right?
what the funny part is? They say I think it was the 48 Laws of Power, I believe. I can't remember the book that mentioned it. Or maybe it was The Hour Between the Dog and the Wolf. That's a trading book. It's a great book. I recommend it. But I'll look it up. But the thing that I picked up from the book, or one of the things, is that he said that women have a lot a better, a easier time getting rid of losers, right? Because what's the saying, or the assumption is that men always like to be right,
Right,
and
right.
that's the reason why we bag hold. And that's what I mean. You got to define your risk, right? What did I call? I called out. I drew this drawing right here. Look at where it hit. It hit right off the 100 EMA because we broke above it, came back, tested it. What is that? Yeah, we don't have a break of structure, but we broke above a level. We came back, rejected right here where we expected it to reject or at least have a hard time. We didn't close above these candles. We closed above this, but then we had a doji back here. And that's why you always got to look left, right? If there's another doji, then that's your level right there. That's your level. That's your over under level. Yeah, because these closed, but now you guys wait for this to close. If it would have closed above here, I guarantee it would have made it to this one of these blue lines up here.
Where do you get your
Look
blue
at
lines
that
from?
plan.
What's that?
Go ahead. Tote.
Oh, me? I was just saying, look at that plan, right to the imbalance and pop.
Hey,
I mean, what
hey.
can you say?
I'm
What can
telling
you
you,
say,
when,
bro?
when when you see it, when you sit here and watch it for hours and put time in, you know where it's going, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
By the way it's reacting. It's the control and getting yourself in is the hard part.
yeah. And sometimes we're wrong, but that's okay. We structure our risk.
And this is where I was gonna say. See, sometimes it works out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let this come back against you and stop you out. If you entered right here and you stop yourself out and you get a red trade because you want to let the trade develop, you're a jackass.
Oh, for real? 100%. You don't really, well, I guess at this point, so high up in the trade, I would say differently
That's
about the
20
second
points. That's
green
500
candle in this
bucks
leg.
or 400
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, the 20 points, definitely taking some at 20 points. I would say differently about, I would say, how do I draw? I would say differently about this candle, but not this. I would say this right here, you have a strong red candle that might reject at the middle. Right, but
Yep.
this green candle or this green candle is the first one, so you could really get a bunch more. You could get more if it's the first one in the leg. So I would say that about that. So that's also just a note on like context where you're going, because if I were getting in on this green candle, which is still a little too high, frankly, to get in on the second green candle, then sure, having a stop below here. But on this one, yeah, 100%. You'd be a jackass to try to be like, we're going all the way up here immediately.
And you can always get back in, but have a stop, right? Profit stop right here. At least get out green because if it goes against you, then you start to get nervous. Because this is the way that I look at the chart. I have multiple zones, right? So I marked this level right here. I marked it right here. Why? Because we had this doji right here. It looks very fucking suspicious, right? And then we have the 100 EMA. We broke above the 100 EMA. And then not only that, what did I say on the way up? We called it all the way from up here, from down here, all the way to here, like candle by candle, right? But you're following the imbalance. You're watching price action react to the imbalance. When you see it go up and you see that imbalance being created, like this imbalance that this red candle is creating, it's weak. I mean, the sellers look like they took over, right? Because it's fast, it's getting speed. and it fit. Now this is an imbalance. From there down is the imbalance being created. So now is it fast or is it slow? Is it gonna come down to fill this imbalance right here? Because we have that one. Because now it can go here and then go up here.
Yeah, right,
And then look,
right.
boom. And it's just man, some news must have came out. Some news must have came
Yeah,
out.
I was about to say, do you guys ever check volume profile or order flow delta? And
I
I
know
don't.
one guy. I
yeah,
know a guy that does,
because
and he's one of the
I
best
watch that
traders
in
I
the
know.
mornings. I watch it in the mornings, volume profile overlaid with. I can show my screen. I can show you,
Yeah, go
and
for it.
it's pinpoint.
Yeah, order flow, delta, and volume profile, if you can get it down, are the best tools on the market. And I really wonder when they're gonna get smacked.
Right,
And see, this is why
but
you have a profit stop. If you would a profit
right.
stop, it prevents moves like this. And wouldn't you be thankful right here? Right? And what I was gonna say is you had that imbalance right here because of that. And then I had another one right here. So I know that if I enter here and I get 20 points, and if I have multiple contracts, I'll close one at 20 points.
Yeah,
And then I'll put my profit stop anywhere. Usually the method that I use, if I'm up 500, 400, it's half of that. That's what I'm willing to give back. And
Are
if
you
it,
sharing still? Let me see.
yeah, I'm still sharing.
I'm trying to see.
Uh,
I'm trying to view your share. 1 second.
and this whole leg is a fib.
Yeah.
yep.
You know what I mean? So, and that's about the speed of NQ is because it could continue or it might rip back hard. So it's like that's where the profit stop comes in. A really good trader told me he's actually also a learning moment. Is that where this small green candle right before the one we're at?
Hmm.
I might have re-entered there actually.
Where over here?
That's actually a habit I have. I don't know, my drawing tools disappear, but no, the one just before where we're at. The
Oh,
one
right here.
just -1. Yeah, I might have re-entered that and taken another small loss and killed the small gains from the profit stop. I don't know if that's one thing I really got to do personally is be better at tracking these little patterns.
But
Uh,
okay, so just let me
yeah,
jump in real quick.
yeah,
Um, that's why you follow the imbalance, right? If you profit stop right here because the imbalance was filled, remember this imbalance is filled. And now you got to look for the other one. It's just way up here, right? And then there's one right here. Which one is closer, right? You got to look, is it right here or is it right here, right? So then once you put your profit stop
Yeah.
right here,
That candle was
get
due to
out.
Trump not agreeing to the Iran deal.
Mm.
It's basically news we knew all day. It
Yep.
was just put out.
okay,
So see, this is why you have profit stops is a good idea. Is it's something you got to get used to and you got to be and it helps you kind of develop like risk management, right? If you're up
yeah,
500, why would you give up your whole 500 bucks that were just up and then come down and get stopped out for it to hit your level again and then bounce back up and hit your level and hit your target,
yeah,
right? And I had that took some time to get used to. I'm not saying it's going to be easy because sometimes you get out, you get profit stopped, and then right out your profit stop, and then it bounces, and you're like, "Fuck, whatever." But you know what it is. But at least you got out green. You got to look at it the bright side. You can't be like, "Oh, I just gave hella money back, and now I went to my level, and coulda, shoulda, woulda." Right?
yeah,
You don't want to just be happy. It's
Yeah.
green. You got out,
yeah,
and now wait, and be patient for another imbalance to
Yeah.
get filled. Because you have to follow the imbalance. The imbalance will tell you, oh shit. The
And
imbalance will tell you
green is
where it's
green,
going.
man.
So now this huge red candle created an imbalance. So now I'm gonna move this. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna move this level down to here. And you guys seen that candle? It moved pretty fast. So now when it comes down here, there's going to be a lot of sellers and it has no wick up here. So it could come up to here and then reject and it would create a lower high. And now we're
So
just following the imbalance. There's no imbalance right here. The only imbalance that we have is right here. And then you want to start looking down since we don't have nothing right here, right? It's all balanced out. All balanced out. It's all balanced out. Okay, where's the next lower level? Once I have to squish it together a couple times,
you
okay.
can swap screens. You can swap screens. Or mod. Osmod.
Hold on
You
real
can
quick.
he can swap a share.
Is somebody looking at another screen?
You do looking at my screen. Let me close it out real quick. 1 second.
Oh, I'm still sharing mine. You can
Yeah,
you can
my
decide
screen
where
my
you're
screen.
going.
Yeah, my screen was still sharing, so he was seeing my screen.
Sorry.
So you can go ahead.
All
You know,
good.
because and also, so you do the imbalance of the immediate previous candle, right?
What's that? I'm sorry.
So
Okay.
for your imbalance, you do the immediate candle. Go back to your 5 minute. Could see how you put the imbalance on
Yeah, right
that
here.
386. So you go to immediate previous imbalance. Because I was doing my imbalance are usually more spread out on my chart,
Uh-huh.
and they won't show with my indicator until like about 2 or 3 bars sometimes.
Mm,
Like I know it's an imbalance. So it's the first downward last candle before the downward move.
yeah.
So I know it's an imbalance. It's going to show up on my chart in a minute, but you know,
Yeah. Um, so now we have an imbalance down, right? So now we gotta jump backwards. Now you're going, okay, we got this huge imbalance here. Is it gonna hold? This should be a strong hold point to do a lower high. So do this kind of thing, right? Or it's gonna be if this is a big green candle, then it could create a higher low off the imbalance that it creates. You're
yeah.
flowing with the chart,
And
and if you're
also
getting it at your levels, flow with it. Don't go against it.
and also
What were
take
you gonna
into
say?
account also take into account the time of day. Like we're coming up a power hour, and
Yep.
people might try to offload at the hour, right?
Yep.
So they don't hold over through the news because that happens a lot. That's
Especially
gonna
with that
happen,
huge red candle that just came out.
right? Right.
Now they're scared.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna dump back down to the doji at around 300. People gonna buy it up like they've been doing all day, and then it's gonna smash through it.
And
Because
this is why we start paying attention to the speed of it coming down to that level. If it starts just full body going down, then that's strength. But it'll probably bounce at that doji. That's a good. See how it bounced the first time? Now we're gonna see if it hits it. It should bounce a second time, but it probably won't make it back as high. And just follow the doji. So this, if it comes down into this candle becomes our over under level. Because right now it's kind of right here. This one, I would say that one. If this candle closes below it, then we know that it's probably gonna the next candle. It doesn't matter if it opens up green because it closed below this level. We have a higher probability of it going popping back up. Because look, the buyers are coming in at that level. And it could create a lower high. But we need a candle to close and confirm below the doji to get direction. Yeah, exactly. To get the momentum down, but we need this is not momentum down. This is exhaustion. It's gonna buyers or sellers taking profit and then it's gonna pop up and then create a lower high to go down. Unless we see it unless how we see the candles develop. So now that's our over under level. That gives us our over under level. So is it gonna pop up or is it gonna continue down? But it didn't close right here below it.
Yep. Some nice wickage.
But now we see the battle between the Bears and the Bulls because the Bulls came in here. Now, if you're short, for some reason you're short here, this would be the bottom of the range. You can't get tunnel vision and be like, oh, okay. But it is creating higher lows. Here's the lower the bottom, and then here's a higher low. And then is it gonna be a higher low and go up? Or is it gonna be a higher low to go up? Or is it gonna do this? Oops. Or is it gonna do this? Alright, or is it gonna go like this? Those are our plays. And now that we have an imbalance right here, that's what we gotta pay attention to. It should come back up and hit it, but depending on how it hits it is gonna tell us where price action might want to go. You guys want me to look the drawings up? Does anybody have? Oh yeah, they said he had a couple of trades. Or go ahead, Black Ops.
Go ahead. What's up?
I thought you wanted to share your screen.
Oh, I was gonna show you guys this what I've been noticing in the morning, but I've been seeing it for a while. Let me share it again.
I'll stop sharing so people don't get confused. If you guys have any questions or
Yeah, so for
interject,
instance, in the mornings, when when in the mornings, usually when you get these big moves, you see these spikes up top in the volume profile. Well, the order flow delta and in the volume, and usually you can see it before someone puts out news or tweets and stuff. You can see people buying or selling the market, and it's usually about, I would say, 90% of the time it's on point. It is that it'll have a good jerk in the volume profile.
where are those big blue bars?
Yes, yes, that's volume laid under commutative delta,
Oh,
right? Say for instance, right? Let me move it out around. Let me stretch this guy out a little bit. So see here. So this is this morning around 7:30 or 6 a.m. to open. Move it around here, and this is all like pre-market trading right here, and you can see them buying in, and usually when it does this here, it bases out, and that is right down here, right, and that's where the doji was created.
oh, I
And,
see what you mean.
right, on the higher time frame. This is a 1 minute delta, so it's a little spread out, or a little erratic, but this is how I usually get my most of my
Is
trades. I
that a
see the
chart
delta.
with delta?
Yeah, it's just delta. It's a full chart, but I took the candlesticks off. The candlesticks are invisible, and everything else is
And what's the
invisible.
blue and red? I mean
The
the green and
the
red.
the green and red is the buying and selling of delta up top.
Is that on a time frame?
1 minute.
1 minute delta. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's 1 minute delta, and usually when they come down like this is the dip here, right? So it comes down and dips, and usually when it dips hard like this, it's going to have buying pressure to come right back up, and that is this down and up, right?
Oh, and then that's how you could use to what? That's a
Yeah.
indicator that you can use to know like when it hits your imbalance at the bottom that it's gonna have a fat
Yes.
bounce off of it.
Right. Right back
Nice.
up. And this is standard indicated from NinjaTrader. It's just delta and volume. So
Okay.
delta and volume overlaid with no candlesticks.
So that's volume then. It's not delta.
Yes. Well, it's volume. It's volume. Let me make it bigger.
So
So
the
it's
blue bars
it,
is regular volume or it's delta
yes,
volume?
regular volume. The blue bar is regular volume and it's delta. The delta is overlaid. So let me turn it off. Let me check this real quick. So see just order flow, cumulative delta, and volume. and the candlesticks are invisible.
Okay.
See my candlesticks, where they at?
They're towards the bottom.
They totally changed all the whole menu. Yeah, right here,
Dropping
lines,
some
charts.
nuggets today.
Yeah. So my candlesticks are invisible. Where are they at?
Yeah,
This whole
see, I
setup
thought
is
those
different.
that green and red was red, regular candlesticks.
No, that's just value.
Bam.
Data service. Here we go. See my candlesticks, regular outline at the wicks, but
Yeah,
they're invisible.
for sure. I see exactly what you mean. That's cool. Glad you shared
It,
that tip.
it's
And
something cool to look at. Also,
like I
it's
thought
just
Delta was just for options,
no,
honestly.
no, no. It's part of the indicator package. So it's order flow cumulative
Do
delta.
you do you need then you need a lifetime license then, huh?
Yes,
Yes. So you can only have it if you have lifetime license.
right.
I don't
And
know if you can pay if you have it leased
I think you can pay for it. I
or
think you can pay
monthly,
for it.
can I would yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's something. It's an added thing for Confluence. When you see something happening, you can
Uh-huh.
literally see where it's happening, right? And you know, but as the day goes on, it'll smash down because of big candles. So you have to take into account some of these candles, some of these deltas are big, but they look small, right? And usually, if it's chopping sideways, you know nothing's happening, right?
Yep.
But say, for instance, that last tweet, that last news blip, you saw volume surge and it came down, and that is usually when it does this three down, it's going to someone's selling in the market, and it happens every morning. If you look at it, you see it. Does this a pre-sale, and then the sell comes.
Mm.
That's 100% insider trading. You see it every morning. It's wild when you actually see it because
Uh-huh.
it does a pre-move and then the move happens. But it's like, can you trust it, right?
And that's where stacking the imbalance kind of helps a little bit, or stacking
Right.
the moving average or whatever system you're using where you see it move how you would like for it to move, and then you stack delta on top of that, and it's going to help you decide.
And you see
Um,
this right here. This is what I was talking about. This indicator where
yep,
it shows the gaps, fair value gaps.
for
That I
sure.
kind of modified a little bit and designed. And what
Hmm.
it shows you the gap.
See, like that fair value gap right there is probably going to
Right.
close all the way
It shows you the gap. It shows you the point
right
size,
there.
and then it gives you the diameter, how many ticks it is and points. I can put the I'm gonna put the code in the chat so you guys can use it.
For sure. Good looking out.
And then on this other chart here, this is what I was talking about with the imbalances.
So now that Doji's gonna,
See, this is the 1 hour imbalance that we've been fighting all morning, right here, and that is this doji from here
can you
before
spread
the
that
move up.
chart out a little bit, please?
Let me see here.
Yeah, there we go. So now this is our over under level on that chart.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
You're good. You're good. Please delete, redraw. What was that zone?
What was that?
What's this right here?
Oh, that is the demand zone.
Let me draw thicker.
That's the demand zone for like right. This is the demand zone from the doji because it was the last candle
Is that
before
the
the
one
up
hour
move.
demand zone?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay. So it draws it live
yeah.
or from when it. Well, how many? What time frame is that?
This is the 1 hour, 60 minute.
What's that? Sorry.
60 minute.
Oh, you're on the 60 minute. It's already
Yeah.
drawing it. So
It started
okay.
drawing. Let me go back to another chart where it's not there, where it's not drawn yet. One
Bam.
second.
Boom shakalaka. So now this little pop is creating an imbalance.
Right.
This little pop right here. Right. Oh, 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 right here. Can you
Yeah.
guys see that? Or no?
It's small.
Maybe I'll. Yeah, see, so it's creating an imbalance to fill the imbalance that it created right here.
Right.
Is it erasing it?
I'm not erasing it. I guess it's erasing it.
I think I got the magic marker. Uh, oh yeah, I got the
But what it does, it automatically marks the supply and demand zones,
damn.
and a lot of them have already been filled.
There are a lot of them. What?
Have already been filled on this chart. Let's say, for instance, if you see in gray,
So they
it's like
do they
they
disappear when they
no
fill?
they when they fill, they stay on the chart, but they close down, right?
Hmm.
Like, let me see if I can have if I have one in the further back. All these gold ones are dojis that I've been drawing.
Those automatically draw.
No, I draw them myself. So this is how it should look, but this one technically should be filled,
Yeah, because over
but
here,
it stayed on the chart. But when they
oh, it
are
didn't fill
see here,
anything.
but when they are filled, they collapse down and just show in gray. Supply and demand. Let me see where I'm at here. Like, say for instance, these ones here. Like, it created this supply when it was going down, but there's a demand down here also. So usually I can trade from supply to demand or supply
Hmm.
to a doji, right?
Yep.
And this is it. When it was chopping around this morning, it came up and created this demand zone right here, and this was the buy up, right? And it just bought right up, but it came right back down to the demand zone, right to the tick. So I was gonna hold my sale all the way from here down, but with how erratic it was moving, I just got out like right here, literally, and it just faded all the way down. But today wasn't a good day for the supply and demand zones. It didn't show too many automatically, but you can chart them out yourself, right? If you're going candle to previous candle and supply and demand zones. Like, I'm sure if I put on the 1 minute, it'll be all over the place. The supply and demand zones. But usually when you're up this high in all time highs, you don't usually get too many supply and demand zones because it's high. It's all time highs, right? But that those red and green lines are fair value gaps. And what it does is either you can either have two options. You can either wick through close, or it will close when the candle body comes through and it'll close it.
Look at it slowing down right before the imbalance fill.
Right.
Those suckers are see if they get absorbed. I just drew these green these green things are your imbalance, right? I mean your
No,
fair
those
value
are
gap, your
fair
fair
value
value
gaps. Yeah,
gaps.
yeah, fair value gaps. The red and the green.
Oh no. Oh no.
And
I'm
it
playing.
also it shows consequential encroachment, which is the center of the fair value gap. A lot of the time, prices come to the center of the fair value gap and they reject, or get near the center and reject, right? And that can be an entry or an exit depending on your trade style.
Yeah, that's cool. See, so let's see. Let me remove these drawings so they can
I can move it over like that.
oh, you're good. So you can see the candles develop.
I'm gonna make it bigger so you guys can see it. Cause I rock with a big screen, so I can see everything with a small. So
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. What do you have? A big ass 42 inch or what? You're using a
yeah.
TV as your monitor?
No, it's no, it's a it's what was I think? It's the one of the ViewSonics gaming gear PCs machines. I mean
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
monitors, the huge ones, the curves.
Yeah, I have one of those at work.
I had to treat myself. I was running two 22-inch monitors and I couldn't see a damn thing.
I got 24-inch monitors, but my charts are kind of zoomed in.
Yeah, I wanted
Dude,
my chart spread out. That way I can see stuff on like the 1 hour,
you can
15
spread it
minute.
out. Do you have that ultra
Yeah.
wide?
Yes.
Yeah, you can spread that shit way out.
But I try not to have too much on my chart besides the demand supply demand zones.
Hmm.
I put these fair value gaps on so I can test out the code because it wasn't working with the
Yep.
encryption. So I might just drop it in unencrypted so you
Okay.
guys can have it.
Okay, look it out. Uh, and this is
But
self-developed beta, right? Don't expect for it not to cause any issues, or you want to
no.
get feedback on it, or
Oh, get some feedback. Give me some feedback.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, for sure.
All
So
right.
he's gonna post it
It
in the
would.
chat and give him some feedback and see
Like
any bugs so he
it's
can
not
work
my
on.
original idea. It's not my original idea, But
Yeah,
it's like I found some stuff that I wanted to add and
yeah, you
modify,
could
and
customize it
yeah.
to your liking. Oh yeah, I like that. So another tip when you're seeing candles hit your level, you want to see it hit within 2 to 3 candles. If you get a lower high or a higher low going into your level, then you might want to be cautious when it hits your level. And this can help you. This can help you when it's choppy or sideways because now we know that it came up to here, right? And it shied it. Ah,
Are you
dang it.
sharing?
No, go for it. Just leave it there. Leave it there.
Okay.
Uh, when it shied your level, which is right here, right? It shied your level. And when it's coming up to your level, it's slowing down or shies it, and then you get a higher low into it. You might want to be cautious of that. Because from my experience, when it shies a level, comes comes back down and then creates a higher low. Because remember, this is an imbalance now. Now we got that imbalance and this imbalance. This is the closest one. So you want,
You're fine.
like I said, if you want to get in short, you want it to hit within 2 to 3 candles. So you want this candle to hit it and then reject hard. Or the next candle that's going to be a little one, reject, and then you wait for the next candle to open outside of the doji and then come down to hit the short. But then if you're short, yeah, and you have a level down here, pay attention to where it fills that imbalance because if it's fast, if it rejects, hits that imbalance and it rejects hard, so it creates one of these candles, right? The next candle might be green and you might be stopped out. And that's where a lot of traders kind of don't see that because they're only using one system or not adding. And this is where it can be a double-edged sword where you're stacking different, I guess you would call strategies, right? Because an imbalance strategy, I learned it from JFX. Props out to him for teaching me it. You, I, I added to the other strategies that I've already used for the previous years, right? So if I was in here down here at the bottom, if I was in here, you want to, if you were in here, I'll take that back. Hold on, because we're going short, right? If you're in short, or if you want to get in short, you want to see this hit within 2 to 3 candles. Now it's shied it, so now it's gonna probably come down, fill this imbalance, and go up.
Yeah.
But this time on the way up, it might smash through it. And that's what you got to be cautious of. Because if you're in, I wouldn't be in short here because you're in the middle of the imbalance and you're doing a fucking coin toss.
Yeah, and
Unless you're using a GP, right? If you're using a fib or whatever, if this is 3 GPs, then yeah, you could be in short here. But if you're in short here because it's a no GP right here, a no GP tag, when this imbalance fills, you want to be cautious because that's why Brandon says you want to see speed. You want to see speed, right? You want to see it smash through this and come down. If it fills this, I'm not saying get out of your trade at all. I'm just giving you tips when price hits imbalance. See the price action react. Did it slow down? Did it stick to this level? Did it reject really hard? Right? Because then if it rejects really hard, then you know that strength, the bulls are coming in and it comes back to this level and you're gonna get in short or your stop is right here and then you don't profit stop because it hit this imbalance and then it goes totally against you. And those are all decisions that you will have to make in your trading career. And as you get more screen time, you will get better at knowing when to enter. So now you're
right,
getting speed down. So now it's creating an imbalance, right? From now that imbalance. So now you're hunting this. Now, this is not an imbalance yet because the candle hasn't closed. And this can totally just boom right here and just wick out and run.
right. Let me see if I can change my imbalance settings real quick. See, I create a lot of indicators I make, but let's see.
That's cool. I
So
like it.
look back bars, 200 bar, ATR 4, and of course I can do this. I'm sure I showed you guys this before, but I can add the 1 hour zones. And what it'll do, it'll apply the 1 hour zones for the supply and demand,
Hmm.
and that is the consequential.
Why is there like double,
Well,
like why is there
well,
with
what it
this one and
what
then
it
this
does
one?
purple because it's the supply and demand, but it also enables a confluence zones like
Mm.
it when they overlap. So there's two imbalances right here from way over here, and it shows them on top of each other.
Oh, I see.
That's,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why I have it turned off on the 1 hour because they can overlap. So I have them just turn them off.
But shit, if
So
they overlap, then you could trust that level a little bit more,
right,
I guess.
right. It gets in the way sometimes for me.
Yeah, yeah, I get
That's
it.
why they're
Yeah.
over here on this other chart in the
Uh-huh.
back
No, that's
because
cool.
let me see here.
Oh, look at that. See that it's just doing
Yeah,
what
yeah,
what it's doing. It hit that imbalance and it rejected.
and yeah, exactly. As called.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So for
Sorry.
instance, let me do the because this it has two different modes for the imbalances impulse and pulse and base and impulse. I like using base because it doesn't use the speed of the candle. The base uses the base of the imbalance,
Hmm.
and impulse uses the speed as your imbalance, but it draws too many in my liking. Like, let me spread it out so you can see. You see how there's a demand zone here, It drew a demand zone because its candle impulse was up fast,
This
right?
one?
That one, yeah. So it drew a demand zone because it speed up fast, but it drew another one because that's a fast candle too.
Oh, I see overlapping kind of.
Yeah, and but
If
as you see,
if if that was a bigger time frame, would it only do one?
what? Yes. So here's the 15 minute, right here, right? And it only drew one, and that was from 6 a.m. on the 28th,
Huh. That
right?
yeah.
Because it drew from this candle here was the demand zone, right?
Would you
And
be
it,
able to make the 15 overlay on the 5 minute? Or
yes,
does it?
what I usually do is I draw them, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I like.
I draw them and then put them on the chart, and I share them across charts,
Bam.
right?
Yep.
So this is the 15-minute supply zone from over here, and I share the chart and I overlay them, and they show up here.
I lost you. Did you mute yourself? Oh, sorry, I can't keep up with the chat. I'm all zoned out. Yes, sir. It bounced right off of it right here. Boom. Right here. That went boom. Quick, too. We lost you. Black Ops.
Now I'm here. What's going on?
All good. No, you're good. I thought
Yeah, I
I
have
thought
to
you
share
were
these things.
talking and we lost you.
Oh no, let me fix this because I think I changed something.
See, so these dojis right here are over under level. Right there. Boom.
Yeah,
And remember, we got this imbalance that just filled. You guys seen it fill live. It fucking, as soon as it hit that imbalance, that body, it, and why
it
did it
filled
do
it.
that? Why? Can you guys tell me why? It's something to do with this area right here.
Oh,
Oops, you're good. Something to do with this area, right? We talked about it like at the beginning of the video. Bam. And this is a great example. Can you zoom in a little bit more? And I'll show you two examples of when price action hits a candle that has no wick, how it reacts. So there's that one. It has no wick. Look at this. As soon as it closes, huge wick, right? And then we have the same thing right here. As soon as it hits, boom. You guys see that? I hope you guys
yeah,
caught that.
yeah, I see it. Yeah, because it came down real quick.
And that's why I'm saying the ones with no wick, those are freaking magnets and it like it attracts and repels super quick. So now the over under right here, boom, boom. Remember, it can fill the fair value gap or fill the imbalance, whatever you call it. Fill the GP. And then what we're gonna decide, and then we're gonna see what it wants to do. Does it stick up here? If it sticks up here, then we have, remember, if we get a higher low, we said this 10 minutes ago, if we get a higher low into your level up here, you might want to be cautious of it squeezing through your level, right? So now we're getting close to our imbalance fill. This is our over under level, right? If we close above here, most likely going to go up. If we close down here, we're probably going to go down because this has created an imbalance. You guys see how fast that imbalance was created? Oh, it's getting stuck. It hit this imbalance and rejected it, but it shied it. It just barely shied it. Again, so that tells you sellers are strong right here, but still, this is your over under level. If you're somebody who likes to buy highs, and you're in long for some reason right here, that's your over under level. I would stop out right here. You're defining your risk, right? And your reward before you get into the trade. And usually my reward is an imbalance fill. As soon as that imbalance fills, I'm out. And let's say this had a wick, like a long wick. I'm paying attention when price action hits that wick. And I still have my target out here, but I got my finger on the trigger to get out, right? And rejecting, this is your over under now. So you got this over under and you got this over under. And you're just following price action all the way through. And we still have the imbalances. Oh, well, technically this one's closed, right? And you're just following what the chart gives you, but you're not getting in where you shouldn't be getting in, right? You have to, all these examples, wait for your levels to get hit.
Yeah, that's the hardest part is waiting for your levels. A lot of people have issues with is not waiting. Patience, patience, patience. And
Yep,
like, because for me, my issues were were waiting because we're at all time highs. You don't have any real demand because you're so high, right?
yep,
And you have a lot of supply below, but if you go down there and start getting chopped up, you're gonna have some issues, right?
yep. See this one right here? If you were, remember I said that trade, if you're in long to go here to fill that or potentially squeeze up. Remember,
Yeah.
your doji is your over under level. If there was another doji over here for some reason or way down here, those would be your over under levels. So if you're in long, usually the way that I trade, remember I said if this candle closes above here, we're most likely going to go fill this. And then it's going to make a decision right here. Remember it came all the way down here and those new traders sometimes start getting nervous if you don't have your defined risk. I would say it's a hard open close below that level because this could easily, if this candle would have closed below the doji down here, most likely looking to go down. Boom, feels that. Is it sticking to that imbalance? It's staying up there right now. Okay, so now are the sellers getting absorbed? This is what you're gonna see see how it's popping more into this, but it has no wick. Remember, when it has no wick, it can hit the top of that candle and then reject.
And also take to account we're close to the 400.
What time is it? Oh,
It's 1
12:30.
12:30.
So we're gonna start seeing speed coming in.
Right. And also look at the delta up top on the top right. You see how delta's like pushing?
Yep. So this might be the pre-move to the pre-move. And then there's a new thing that I'm learning is a MOC. I just barely heard of it. Might be behind the curve, but I relate to the game. But lately the MOC, it's so crazy because even Toad has been around, and I've always said it, the last 10 minutes of the market, you'll see a big move. And we would always see it. And now I know why
Yeah.
they dropped the MOC at the last 10 minutes of the bell
Yeah, I have to stop
or
sharing real
before the
quick.
bell.
I have to take a phone call real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
I'll take share. Bam. You guys see my chart? All right. So now we're right here. And look at the sellers got absorbed. So now that's our over under level. We should see a squeeze up to this level right here. Now, just because I said it should, likely is a good possibility. It's great possibilities, but I mean, market's gonna do what it wants to do. It's power hour. Shit can happen. One of these big ass red candles can fucking just smash through it. See, now if it creates a doji right there, that's your over under level, and you could get in short to go down if you're getting in short. Because right now, look at that's called a sweep. If it closes with the big upper wick, it swept, scared away the paper hands, what they call them right here. But if you're in long, you're just paying attention to this. Remember, if you got in long over here because it closed above here to go up to here, you're in the green. And now you're just paying attention because it created a small imbalance right here. Remember, to the wick, but it usually typically goes down to here, to the body. Because this imbalance got filled with this wick. So I would say right there. But remember, it's from the wick up there. Boom. And now this is creating another imbalance. Should see a squeeze. Well, like, they'll take a look at, hey, short. Hey, look what they, I'm trying to see these freaking trades that you posted. Boom, look at that. So this is one of the traders members trades. I'm not sure if I can see. Kind of hard to see if where you got in. Boom. Squeeze these. Squeeze them are good to fill
Right,
this
right at the
imbalance.
break of that, what looks like a bottom. That's what I'm watching for. And then the other one is the same setup but going up. And
Oh,
I'm
you're
just
looking
using
to
that.
get in short to fill that imbalance on the bottom?
Yep, that's right where it went.
Right here, right?
Yep.
So you got in here
I got stopped out on that
to
one, the
go down
long word.
here, right?
Yeah.
And you're playing NQ?
Yeah, well I start with MNQ, I build some profit, and once I have the profit to trade NQ without any risk of loss, then I trade NQ.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to do it.
It
Especially,
helps with my emotions for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you already have a little buffer, and that's another a reason that I used to trade after hours because it was so slow, and you could kind of see the play develop really slow, and you could see the confirmation that you would build a buffer going into the morning. I usually, $200 to $300, and then the most I would give up out of that is 150.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Trying to build like $200 to $300 to have like a 10 to 15 point stop on NQ. And if I lose it, I lose it.
Yep.
I can stop down. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Or if I
sir.
have a conviction that it's going to keep going the same way, it is. It's definitely better to start small for me, being newer. I've only been trading since like last April. Futures. I was
Yeah.
into the options before that, but you guys converted me.
Uh, yeah, you can't beat yourself up because it took me 3.5 years to actually be profitable, close to four
Yeah,
years. I mean, 1 year in, you're getting payouts, or you're already at the level that you are. By the third year, you should be good. Just know
helps to have good
a lot.
teachers. Yeah.
A lot of traders come in saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get a payout in a month or two
What were you
months."
saying just now?
What's that?
You said just no.
Oh, I was just saying that a lot of traders think that they're gonna come into this and make, get a payout or make money right out the gate, and they might get lucky a few times, maybe get a payout the first month, but they're probably most likely not gonna be consistent unless they got even if you have a strategy, uh, you got your mindset right, you're still gonna struggle because your
Well, it's
emotions.
I
Go
would
ahead.
say it's like linking to like you seen a drug addict, right?
Boom.
You
There
get
it
that
is.
first payout, that first hit, and you're chasing that dragon,
Yep.
right? And then you start messing up until you can become consistent. Like I started trading in 2018, and out the gate, I lost 5 grand within the first month. But then
Yeah.
as I got back a few months later, I paper traded for a year straight after that. I was like, no more of that.
Yep.
But I've seen people lose 20 grand, 50 grand immediately and don't take that lesson, right? So I've been learning small gains, small gains. I'm profitable now,
Yeah. Base
right?
hits. Yep.
Base hits, hit the greens and be done, and don't do too
Yes,
much
sir.
more. And if you're gonna play with some money, play with somebody else's money. Don't play with your money, right?
Yeah. When you're getting started out, I would recommend paper trading for sure. So especially if you're brand new and you don't have no knowledge of trading at all, jump on Ninja Trader demo or TOS demo and start learning. Start getting that screen time.
Right,
It's just like a welder, right? A welder's not gonna weld a perfect weld on their first try, right? The skills that these electrician doesn't know how what to do or run electricity without knowing the knowledge, right? They always say knowledge is power, but knowledge is not power unless you use it. Knowledge has a potential power, but it takes action to actually make knowledge powerful, right? The things that you learn on YouTube, the things that Brandon teaches us, what I'm teaching you, what you learn from a new trader or any trader, um, and then actually seeing it live on the screen, putting that knowledge, like whatever you learned today, if you learn anything today, go put it to work on Sunday when it's slow as fuck. You're out there just on the phone, you can put it on your phone. In the last, I would say 9 months, I've been trading almost 90% on my phone. Uh, and it's
that's
crazy
hard. See,
because it's
that's
opened up
hard,
my
man.
eyes to the imbalance. Like it's lasered in my imbalance so good because you only get like literally like 10, 15 bars on your phone. If you're using NinjaTrader, it's a bitch. Yeah, you can see the open, high, low, close, and that kind of, but it's just so small that yeah, it's hard.
And
But if you
a lot of
just
people
practice
have,
imbalance on the phone, you'll definitely get better at looking at the candles.
and a lot of
Go,
people have information overload,
yep,
right? Like I was doing all the bells and whistles at one point when I couldn't see things, and I was getting myself handed to me. I was using everything, and one thing I've learned what see people do, and I try to coach them like, hey, you don't need to use Unirenko bars because that'll eat you up. You 10 points in one direction, you'll be done, right?
yep.
So learn price action, right? So it's one of those things you have to just wait and just do it, right? And take your time and just learn and don't be in a race, right?
Yeah, this
And
is definitely the turtle in the race. Definitely be the turtle. Be boring because boring equals consistency.
yeah, because you'll see people like sometimes I do, but other people post these humongous P&Ls, right?
Hmm.
But then I'll also post my losers and my $1 P&L. Like, hey, it's gonna happen, right?
Yes, sir.
So just be good because you're green. Right. Let me see if I can download this file now. Do you guys use NinjaTrader? All of you guys? Most of you guys?
I do.
Okay. So I'm getting ready to
Going
post
to
that
the
thing in there,
buyer.
that export. I'm pulling it down from my AWS cloud because I use AWS as a
Mm-hmm.
test environment. That way I don't mess my main machine up too much. So I've done that before.
Uh, who gave you a free long?
Like
You did,
see if
man.
it imports. See if it imports first, and we can
From
go from
where to
there.
where, brother? Where to where?
I'm gonna put it in the. I'm uploading it right now. In
Hey, look what
the
they from where to where? What play? I've been calling out so many.
I just
Sheesh, sheesh.
posted it in the chat. That move up right there. You said go long. I hit buy.
hey,
See, this is why I don't like to do this.
Why not? Why not? All right.
I mean,
I won.
you play at your own risk, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's right
I
off the.
entered where I wanted to enter.
And you see your where your red candle and your first red candle is, and that second green candle, right there. That is a base
Where?
imbalance.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, to the right, to the right. That red candle and that green candle. That is a base imbalance. If you draw a square around the highest candle and the low, you see if I can I draw on your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, a square. Draw a square around that right there. That's your base imbalance, right?
Oh,
So
yep.
what it'll do for a base imbalance will come down and tap into that or tap on it and go back up.
Hmm.
Like I don't see any other base imbalances on your screen because you have a few different kinds of imbalances. You have the base imbalance and just a volume imbalance, and you have impulse imbalance, which is a fast candle move, right?
Yep. That's more of my style, the fast candle move. But each candle has an imbalance, right?
Right.
Because right here you have this imbalance right here, and then it goes all the way up down here. But you have to go in levels. You can't expect it to go all the way down here,
No,
right?
that's a longer time play.
It will, but it can be tomorrow, it can be a week from now. You don't know. And that's why
Right.
you gotta go look look at the candles, how the imbalance feels. Once this imbalance feels right here, okay, same thing. Does it stay down here? Does it reject and pop up? Does it just flush and close below? Because if it closes below, then we know that it's going for this imbalance fill. And so on and so forth. Same thing. Exactly. Learn from the past. The past tells you the future. The ones with no wicks, right? The ones with no wicks are going to have a bigger reaction. And can you have fishing orders? You can, but I don't recommend them for newbies. I recommend them once you get that experience. Watching. Remember, we don't want to predict. We want to react to a level being hit. Once you get that experience, once you see the imbalance being created, you're gonna see you're gonna see the momentum changing, right? It's like watching a NBA championship game or watching an NFL game. You could well, if you're an experienced NFL fan or whatever, not a brand new one, you can see, maybe the new people can see the momentum shifting in the game, right? Somebody throws an interception and then the momentum shifts. Or somebody gets rejected and then they go down the court and score a three. And then you can see like the opposite team kind of get deflated and be like, fuck. You can see the momentum changing in these in the price action, and that's why you go momentum imbalance to imbalance. You don't wanna you don't wanna just get in the middle of nowhere if you don't know what you're doing.
Right. It'll chew you up. That's the hardest part is waiting. Be
Waiting,
patient.
exactly. Patience. Patience. Be bored. Teach yourself to be bored. And the only way you could do that is trading after hours or trading MES. Start with MES. Don't trade MNQ. Don't trade NQ. Practice your system on MES and ES. Be consistent on that, and then go test out the waters with MNQ. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Always do the M and Q. I used to hate the micros when they first came out, but I'm pretty sure if I would used the micros, M and Qs, I would not have lost what I lost coming out the gate.
Yep,
It looks like it takes forever to get any funds, but it's more of a practicing your entries, right? It's not going to cost you as much.
yep.
Well, I posted
Practicing your
that.
entries and letting the play work out, because if you
Yeah,
jump straight into NQ, it goes down, you only used to $200. That's only 10 points.
right.
And NQ can move 20, 40 points in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, just it's on a tweet or a news candle. It'll wreck you, right?
Yep,
And you also will learn where they move price, right?
exactly.
Because you can see the market movers throwing money in and holding the level, right? And it'll slow down or stop. Because this morning, well, even last night, around 9 o'clock, the market froze for about 3 hours, going sideways,
Hmm.
waiting on Iran news.
And that's what has the market on edge right now is the Iran news, the elections. That's what you got to pay attention to, the news outside the market. Don't get so involved in the just in the market. You have to see, because remember what the saying says, uh buy the rumor, sell the news. Do the opposite of what the news is telling you. And Buffett says it the same way. He just says it a different, he has a different saying, right? Be fearful when the market is greedy. What is it? Be fearful in the market when uh oh yeah. Be fearful when the market is greedy, and be greedy when the market is fearful.
Yeah, that's the reason. The reason why, like you're saying, that you couldn't paper trade, because I treat everything. It's kind of a mental game. I don't treat it as money, right?
Hmm.
I treat it as points. That way, all my points are the same, right? It's more of a mental calculation, right? Because you're saying you have a hard time paper trading. Just say I want to get these points, right?
Yep.
I practice trading the same way in my sim as I do in my funded accounts or my real account, because it's kind of a you got to have a disconnect between money and points, right?
Yes,
Because
sir.
say for instance, if you go out right now and spend $20 on a McDonald's cheeseburger, that's $20, right? And just think that is one drawdown, small drawdown in M&Q, right?
Hmm.
Would you if you know you're gonna waste $20 on a cheeseburger to make you sick, will you take that bad meal, or just come to the market and just practice a good trade, right?
Yep.
Like treat everything as points, not as don't like, disconnect the money and points, and it'd be a lot easier for you to trading.
Yes. And
Right.
that helps with, and
Good.
that's why maybe hiding your P&L
Right. Yeah. Like
from
my
the view.
P and
Don't
L.
stare when you're in a trade. Don't be staring at the P&L. Like
Yeah.
instead of looking at price action and looking at what the candle is doing, you're looking at the P&L and you're getting nervous or this. Look at the candle. The candle is telling you what the P&L is doing.
But even with a cash account. Even with the cash account. Like say for instance, you take $10,000 out of your personal account and you put it into your trade account. I count that money as gone. The moment it leaves my personal account, it's points. It's not my money
That's a
Yep.
anymore.
good mentality.
Yes, sir.
It's not mine. It's gone. Right. And until I put that money back into my account, it's all points.
Yep.
Right.
That's what the book says, right? By Tom Hugard. Accept the loss as soon as you get in the trade. Or is it Mark Douglas? Can't
Right.
remember. One of them says accept the loss.
Both probably.
Like
Yeah.
whatever your stop loss is, accept it. That's what you're paying for the trade. Right? If your stop loss is $150, just say, it's like going to a concert, right? Concerts are fucking outrageous right now. $600, $400 to
The
go to a
cost of
freaking
doing
concert,
business.
right?
Right.
But does that impact you? Are you gonna fucking miss out on bills? Same thing with trading. What can you tolerate? Can you tolerate $150? Can you tolerate $50? When I first started trading, it was $600 account,
Right.
and I built my way up. My goal was to double that account in a month, right? Just
So
to double, just work out your goal. My goal is to double 600. What's double 600? 1200. Okay. 600 divided by 20 trading days, maybe 21 or 22, depending on the month. 20 trading
yeah.
days divided by 600. That's what, $30 a day?
Right. It takes time. It just takes time. And there's no worse feeling than getting margin called.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Blown up three cash accounts on NinjaTrader after I built them up to over first one was over 6K, second one 10K, third one over 12K, and I blew them up. Can you believe that? Yeah, I started with
Right.
$600, but the thought of being wrong is one of the biggest issues I've had. Bag holding when I first started was bag holding. Who the fuck holds for negative 100 points or 100 or 50 points on MES, thinking that it's gonna come back up to your entry?
You gotta cut it, man. You know how it is. You forget. You're like, man, I got this drawdown. It's not my money, right? But
Yeah.
you gotta have a disconnect, like I said, with the points. Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
that. I've done that. 3K. I've done that.
3K, 5K, whether it was yours or
Yeah.
whether you earned it and then lost it, it still feels the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't take the feeling, but you gotta do the risk reward. If I'm getting in this trade right here, right? Because I have this level up here. This is exactly what a lot of new traders. My level's right there to get in short. I'm gonna get in short here to come down and hit this imbalance, right? You're getting in when it's not hitting your level. And this is okay. You're already asking yourself, is this an early trade? Yes. Why? It hasn't hit my level, right? Your ultimate, and then you start getting FOMO, and then you go in short here because there's only 10 more points. You need $200 to pass. And then what happens? This imbalance gets filled and it goes up. And you're like, fuck, I just had 20 points or I just needed 10 more dollars, whatever it is. Trust me, I'm
Yeah.
talking about this because I've been there. Look, it hit the imbalance and it starts rejecting, and you thought you were going to go in short to get in here. So you're asking yourself right here before this candle, this is your over under level. If it holds or closes below this level, I'm getting in short, right? But you're asking yourself, is this an early trade? Because you have this level marked up here, or it's a fib level, or it's a fair value gap, whatever it is. You got to talk to yourself. I know that seems like you're weird. Your wife might think, or your kids might think, like, why are you talking to yourself? You're just narrating the chart live, and that helps keep your mind like level set. So now that big red candle created a small imbalance. Some people wouldn't say it's an imbalance because of wick, right? But so you're paying attention to the wick of this doji and it closed below it. So now we have a higher probability of this coming down and hitting here. But it needs to fill this and go down. And then it'll probably go up to hit this level that I had up here.
Yeah, I want to take some time and design
Uh,
a candle by candle imbalance indicator. Well, that's the GP basically, right?
it is, yeah.
So because my imbalances are all indicators all directional, so it wait for the direction to set and set the imbalance, and that's how I learned the difference between the impulse and the base.
Would it
And you,
would it bog down the Ninja
no,
Trader if it
no,
instead of creating the imbalance during the candle, like per tick or per price instead of on candle close? Can you do that?
well, that's what to do that you have to use it per tick basis. It might be a lot,
Yeah, I would I would
so
I would I would imagine it would take a lot
yeah,
of resources.
yeah, it might do a lot of calculations because it already calculates a lot already.
But it's better
But
just to wait until the
yeah, because
candle closes to see the imbalance be there
you
and
may
then
yeah.
because technically it's not an imbalance until it's closed. But watching it develop is the key. Is the key. I can't stress that enough. Is the key to seeing these imbalances. Remember, it move fast up. Like these candles are full body, but they got no wicks. Look at the no wicks, it stalls out. This was our over under level. We closed below it. Now this needs to close to come down to here. Remember, this is an imbalance right here.
Like I'm gonna
It's
post
an
my
imbalance or a no
see
GP,
here.
whatever you want to call it, but this is an imbalance. And remember, it goes all the way to this box.
Let me see if I have my imbalance indicator in here, off my machine here. Let me see here.
Shoot.
I haven't posted
Well,
it
got
yet.
this for. I'm gonna stop recording here in 3 minutes because this is a long ass video to post on YouTube.
Oh
But
yeah.
hopefully somebody learned something from this video. Um, yeah. If you have any questions on the video, DM me if you're in Discord with me, or throw it in the YouTube comments, and I'll answer your question. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna go
crazy.
to I'm gonna work on my imbalance indicator. You guys can use it. Right now it all time highs, so it's not gonna show much.
Hmm.
But if you're charting manually charting, you'll see them because we're already at the top, so it's not gonna really show much. Only what's below us.
Fibs are the play up here. Fibs are the play up here. Well, we have three no GPs right here, right? So that's another thing you can use. Let's fib it out. That's one of the questions a lot of members ask is like, well, how do you know when not to use a fib or when to remove a previous fib when the chart tells you otherwise, right? If you're in short here on this fib over here, hold on, the chart's gonna get a little messy because we have a broken triple, or you got a leg. You either got this leg here, it hits a GP, right? That's one way to draw it. One way to draw is to here, still hits the GP. A long time ago, we used to do the first leg. So this is the first leg, right? To the first green pullback. You would get in short here, short in the GP to go down. Break the 100, shy the 161. And if you got in short here and it came back all the way against you, stopped you out right here, come on, bruh. Come on.
Yeah. I just posted the supply and demand zones indicators and fair value gap in your indicator section.
All right, cool.
Just turn off all the extra stuff and pretty much use the base or the impulse. Turn off the 4 hour chart. Turn off the 4 hour and the 1 hour to clean your chart up if you
For
use it.
sure. Cool.
And use one indicator per time frame where you're gonna have a lot of overlapping chart
Okay.
squares.
Got a lot of stuff on your chart. We don't want that. Cool. Well, good looking out. Look for it in the indicators Discord if you want it. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for stopping by.